single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my...
Hi everybody and welcome to another video. So this video is specifically for people who want to be attorneys, who are interested in the legal route. It is not for advocates, and you have to take into mind that a lawyer, attorney, advocate are totally three different professions, if you want to call it that. A lawyer is someone who studied law and is not necessarily practicing law. An attorney is someone who is admitted and, is also practicing law. But there are attorneys who are admitted who are not practicing law, but they are admitted as attorneys of the High Court, and you get advocates. So this video is specifically for people who are aspiring attorneys and want to follow this route. So the first requirement would be that you need to complete your LLB. You have to have your matric. That's where it starts. You have to have a national senior certificate. Preferably, you must have passed it with a B symbol, and your English mark needs to be between 65% and above. I know other people who studied law, they did not pass it with a B, they passed it with a D. Then I know that they usually go to UNISA to do a higher certificate in law because they need to boost up their credits. I'm not sure if there are any bridging courses if you did not pass with the B symbol, but specifically this is for people who passed it with a B symbol. And then after that, after you've completed your matric and you have your national senior certificate, then you can apply to a accredited university that offers the BCom law or LLB degree. But in my route, I completed the LLB. It's a 4-year degree course. I finished it on time. You don't necessarily have to finish it on time if maybe you failed a module or two, but it is to your advantage that you finish it on time. You get what I mean? Because when you are then looking for articles of clerkship, also known as vocational practical training, some firms, they want to see your university results. So you don't want a firm, a potential employer, looking into your marks, seeing that you perhaps maybe failed a module, you had to repeat it more than once. It's not really a good impression. So you get your matric, you apply to a well-credited university, study your Bachelor's of Law degree, LLB, 4 years, and then you graduate. Then you ask yourself then, okay, fine, I've completed my LLB degree, what next? So there are two options. You can either start looking for articles, also known as vocational practical training, or you can go to law school. It is preferable that you go to law school because there are so many skills and competencies and a lot of things that will teach you about practice that you necessarily didn't get while you were studying your LLB degree. So it is advisable that you attend a practical legal training course. It is a 6 months course, full-time, or you can, full-time, it's divided into two. There are people who attend night school and there are people who attend day school. So if you have started your articles and you want to do your PLT, that is your law school, you have to then attend it during the night. If you just want to start straight with your articles, if you want to start straight with your PLT, then you'll do it during the day. It's a full 6 months hectic course. And the reason why I say it's hectic, it's because there is no break, there is no time to play, and you have to finish it. You have to finish those hours because they contribute to your articles or vocational practical legal training reduced to 1 year. So if you complete your PLT, your law school, you don't have to do articles for 2 years. You can do them for 1 year. So if you're a person who went straight into articles after your LLB degree, you will have to complete your 2 years of articles. However, there is this 4 weeks compulsory PLT that you have to do in order for you to be admitted, to meet the requirements to be admitted as an attorney. But my route, I did my law school first, then I did my articles. But you can do it either way. You can start with articles. I beg yours. You can start your articles. Do your PLT during the night, or you can start with your PLT, do your articles thereafter. Usually most law firms, they prefer someone who went to law school, because guys, you will gain a lot of information, a lot of knowledge. It will be a kickstart to your articles. Okay, then after that, we have a process called board exams. Yeah, board exams. But now, according to the Legal Practice Council, or the Act, you have to write your board exams within 3 years after getting, I don't know, but yes, I have to check it out, because I think you are limited to 3 years. I'm just not sure if it's 3 years after having completed PLT, or 3 years, within 3 years once you have started your articles, but you have a limited amount of time to finish your board exams. So the board exams consist of 4 modules. But before you write your board exams, you must have completed at least 6 months of your articles if you are a person who shot straight to articles after completing the LLB. If you completed your law school, you will have to produce your attendance certificate in order to qualify to write board exams. So board examinations is not a matter of you completing your LLB degree, then shooting straight to boards. No, there are certain requirements that must be met. That is your LLB, 6 months of articles, or you have completed your law school, which is your practical legal training PLT. Okay, so it's 4 papers. Let me just see. I just want to name them by sequence. What did I write here? Okay, so paper 1 is court practice. Number 2 is estates. 3, ethics. Number 4, bookkeeping. It depends. To me, the hardest paper that I had to write, I won't lie, it's paper 2 and paper 3. Estates and ethics. Guys, do not underestimate ethics. That thing. I was fortunate enough with bookkeeping, because I did accounting in high school. So I kind of understood the basics of accounting. So bookkeeping was not necessarily that difficult for me, although your normal accounting procedures are quite different when it comes to attorney's bookkeeping. But yeah, so a person who has knowledge of accounting will not really struggle with bookkeeping. However, ethics, guys, was my worst nightmare. And deceased estates, because there's a lot of drafting there of liquidation accounts. Ooh, guys. But anyway, other people, they can write all 4 and pass them at the same time. I won't lie to you, I wrote 2, because you write your board exams, I don't know now, but before you had 2 chances to write your boards, either in February or in August. So they are written twice a year. So I did 2. I did my theory, that will be court practice and ethics. Then I did the whole numbers things, that is your estates and bookkeeping. I won't lie to you and say I passed all of them at once. Guys, there were some times where I had to repeat some papers. It was very difficult, especially estates. I wrote estates twice and ethics twice. But the second time I passed. I actually took it for granted when I did it. Yes, I thought, you know what, I did my PLT, I'm doing my articles, this thing is going to be easy. I underestimated board exams, and I learned a lot of your past question papers. They did help a lot the second time now, because hey guys, I learned a huge lesson. But anyway, Before, when I did them, you used to pay for each paper. I'm not sure if the price is then, but you had to pay for each paper. But now you pay a standard fee. I think it's around 326 or 330 for all papers. So if you're writing one paper, you will pay that 300 and something. If you are writing all four, you will pay. It's a fixed amount. It doesn't matter how many papers you write. But back in the day, if you wanted to write a court practice, you would pay roughly 100 and something. I don't remember how much we used to pay. But yeah, and you need to pass, you need to obtain 50% or higher to pass your board exams. And once you pass them, and this is another thing of writing AMA boards, it's not a matter of you logging into the system to check if you passed. Me, I was busy shopping Eclix, guys, I love Clicks. And I was busy shopping Eclix, and then my phone vibrates, ding ding, SMS. I'm back, okay, let me look at it. Ooh. And that was the first time when I got the fail. I'm like, yo guys, I failed. It ruined my shopping. I had it trolley and I was like, why am I here, Kanene? Why am I at Clicks? I totally forgot what I was doing at Clicks. I think I left that trolley there because I was like, damn, I have to go back to that thing of studying, because guys, it's a lot. It's a lot of studying. But anyway, the second time I was like, you know what? Because they have this thing of saying the results are going to be published on maybe, for example, the 18th of May. Hey, and when are you waiting for your SMS 18 Gandhi? No, you will get it on the 17th or the 16th unexpectedly. It ruins your day. But the second time around, guys, when I was waiting for that one paper to qualify for my admission, and then I got it and I passed, though I was so happy. Oh, and another thing, guys, if you are going to do your articles, your principal, that is your employer, your principal has the right to either enroll you for the 2-year program or the 1 year. So I was enrolled for 2 years, even though I had my PLT. My principal said, no, I must do my articles for 2 years. But anyway, guys, you know how hard it is to find articles. Excuse me, you accept whatever comes your way. You're like, as long as I have my articles to qualify to be admitted, you take whatever. You take whatever they are telling you. Ideally, I wanted to do them for 1 year. However, because I passed my exams before the 2 years expired, I qualified for condonation. So you can be admitted without completing the 2 years because you have your PLT. If you don't have your PLT and you have passed all your boards and you are registered for 2 years, honey, you have to complete the 2 years. There's no condonation for you. So I qualified for condonation because I had my PLT. Let me repeat, I had my PLT. I registered for 2 years. I had my PLT. I completed my board exams within the 2 years, so I qualified for condonation. That it means to be admitted as an attorney of the High Court before completing my full 2 years of articles. Then guys, the most stressful part, you get very excited that I passed, yeah, so I'm doing this thing, I'm going to be admitted as an attorney. Writing your papers, and then you have to write this affidavit outlining why you should be admitted as an attorney, blah 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 blah. And if you get the sections wrong, because you have to reference the sections from the Legal Practice Act, you have to send it to the Legal Practice Council, and they will have a look at your papers and they will read those papers. And if they find something, it comes back. They will tell you, okay, you need to supplement, you need to fix this and that. Like, they will tell you what you need to fix. And if you fix that and they approve it, they'll tell you that, okay, get sharp, it's been approved. Then you go to the High Court that has jurisdiction in your area. So you go to the High Court, you get a case number, and well, in Gauteng, Pretoria, I'm not sure about Johannesburg, but Pretoria, they will tell you, if you're coming to apply for a court date for your admission, you have to do it before 12 o'clock, because after 12, honey, they are not looking at you. They are not looking at you. So, and obviously you want the earliest date to be admitted. So you go to the High Court, they will do your papers, because it's an application to the High Court. That's why you are referred to as an admitted attorney of the High Court. You do your papers, everything is in order, and they give you your court date. And they give you a court date. And also another thing, when you're fetching your papers, you have to fetch your papers from the LPC. They'll give you your it's like a statement basically that says indeed you passed your board exams. And then you paginate your file. Do you paginate it? I think so. Yeah, you paginate. It's like a normal application, guys. A normal application. Notice of motion, supporting affidavit, like that, and your annexures. So obviously your annexures will be your LLB, your matric, your articles, your registration, all of those things. That statement that says you passed your board exams, all of those things, the originals. So you have to certify them, I think. Yeah, certify them, because you can't file your original matric certificate and degree. No, I think you have to certify that. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Then you put it in the papers. However, on your admission day, you must have all the originals, your ID, your matric certificate, your LLB, everything that you can't put in the court file, that is the original, you have to have it with you on the admission day. And you must have an advocate who's going to represent you. Most of the time, like, they don't charge, guys. You know, advocates, they don't, most of them, they don't charge. My advocate didn't charge me. Yeah, it's just a courtesy thing, guys. And I have to tell you, getting admitted pre-COVID was the best thing. The court was packed, it was full, and but the nerves, guys, the nerves, it's nerve wracking. I won't lie to you, because anything can happen if those judges are not impressed with your application. It's like a normal application. I get it, you make an application to court and you want it to be granted. It's the same thing it's the same thing when you're getting admitted. So I think I was number 19 on the list. It was 20 of us. I was number 19. And then when they called my name, I was like, yo, ooh. And out of all the 19, there were no objections to the applications, nothing whatsoever. Everything was in order. And guys, your heart starts beating and you're thinking, oh Lord, my parents are here, my principal is here, there are other people here, because already you're telling yourself, today I'm getting admitted. And guys, it's a reality. You know, in English, they will tell you, no, go back. Fix whatever this, that, if they're not happy or something doesn't make sense. But okay, anyway, they call my name and everything was in order. Yes, the minute when they say you are therefore admitted as an attorney and your name should be enrolled as such, guys, you just feel it. Yes, finally. Yo, it's the most stressful thing. And you're thinking, yes, that's when you actually start to breathe. And you stand there with other, your other colleagues that were admitted with you the same day, and you're thinking, hey, guys, we made it. Hey, we made it. So the traditional picture that you see of people, taking pictures outside the High Court, hey, it's because they are finally happy. I think that's when you just accept and you realize, I am admitted. But guys, the things that happen behind the scenes, they're not so nice. And we all knew, standing there, all 20 of us, we were like, yo, because we were standing in the same line when we were getting the dates. And you will think, I'll get a sooner date. Yay. Dates are full. But okay, anyway, yeah, so that's the process to become an admitted attorney, and then you get your certificate. Basically, that's your qualification. And yes, guys, so that is the process of becoming an admitted attorney. I won't do advocates because look, I don't have the experience. I don't have, I'm not an advocate. But you can be admitted attorney and then transition to be an admitted advocate of the High Court, not vice versa. I hope you learned a lot from this video, and it will assist someone who wants to pursue this career on how to become an admitted attorney of the High Court. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment below, and yeah, have a fantastic evening. It's cold. That's all I can say. It's really cold.
Every single day